I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So we're going to talk about two things today. First up will be the Minnesota Vikings officially signed Jeff Okaduh. Yeah, they signed Jeff Okaduh, former first round pick. I think it's a good signing. Would you call it a splash signing? You can't say that, but a very good signing when it comes to depth in the secondary, a piece that Brian Flores can work with, insert him in his scheme. So I think it's an overall win-win for the Vikings. They signed him to a 1 year deal. I'm going to get into the article. The next thing will be Tyler Lockett. Speculations, rumors. The Minnesota Vikings have some interest potentially in Tyler Lockett. Now you ask yourself, would that be a good signing? Would that make sense? I say hell to the yeah. I'm sure the Minnesota Vikings are in search for a true number 3 receiver. Now, don't get me wrong. Jalen Naylor, we know he's still in the building, but how much better can he get? He needs to improve in a lot of areas, dog. And if you sign Tyler Lockett, he will come in right away as your 3, as a contributor. Assuming he has some gas left in the tank. Tyler Lockett was pretty clutch in Seattle. Was a great second, third option for Geno Smith, et cetera, et cetera. So if he still has that explosiveness, still has the quickness, agility, shiftness to his game, it's no reason why he can't contribute to the Vikings in the Kevin O'Connell scheme. So let's get into it. Jeff Okaduh, cornerback, dog. We know the cornerback position has been questionable for the Vikings. We have questioned the depth chart. We saw the secondary get exposed in a lot of games last season. Now, we know a lot of that was because the D-line wasn't accumulating pressure like we thought they would week in, week out. They were very inconsistent in times. But at the end of the day, we know the Vikings need cornerbacks. The Vikings need cornerbacks, huh? Like I say, Jeff Okaduh, you wouldn't say a splash signing, but he still has room to grow. First round draft pick, so the talent is there. Physical attributes are there. And ain't no telling. We see what type of work Brian Flores does with even a lack of personnel, good average personnel. He increases their play, takes their game to the next level. It's just something about Brian Flores, his scheme, his energy, who he is as a coach, et cetera, et cetera. He makes players better. He makes his unit better. And Jeff Okaduh, long cornerback, pretty good at man-to-man, solid speed, the very thing that Brian Flores loves and need in his scheme, huh? So I'm very excited, happy about the signing. I would like to see them possibly sign Rasul Douglas as well, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But 1 year deal, not too much guapino, probably basically a test run, similar to Stephon Gilmore, Shaq Griffin. Now, Shaq Griffin going to be out the building. Stephon Gilmore will be out the building. Exit left or exit right. Just exit, get him up out of there. No disrespect, but we saw what they can do and what they can't do. And sooner or later, it all comes to the light, huh? Players get exposed in big time moments, big time games, huh? Your players can only hold up so long, especially playoff time. That's when everything gets exposed. Just like the Vikings interior got exposed, defensive side and the offensive side of the ball, but the offensive line interior, especially, secondary exposed at the worst level. So it's time to move on, man. Jeff Okaduh, a younger player with experience, so he knows the game. He played for the Detroit Lions, so he can give the Vikings some tips, some secrets, He knows the Lions. I'm sure he has studied them, so it's a win-win for the Vikings. Let's just get into the article real quick, dog. But I love this signing. I really love this signing, especially if he has room to grow and he can make improvements on his game. Heavy, man. Like I always say, you can never have enough depth, especially talented depth, huh? It's one thing, okay, yeah, you got guys just to fill in a roster spot. You got guys just there, you hear me? But it's a difference. It's a big difference, homie, when you have guys on your depth chart who can actually play. Their name is called, boom, they in there, ready to handle the business. You hear me? Let's get it. NFL News Roundup, Vikings signing former first-round cornerback Jeff Okaduh. My bad, Okuda. Respect to him. No information on the dude. Are we just showing signings here? Nothing about Jeff Okudah or what? Okay, I guess that's all they have. They're signing Jeff Okudah. Let's see if I can find another one with some more information, huh? You know, I would like to see more on the guy. Let's see if we can find another article real quick, man. You know, give me 1 second, man. That was crazy. They made it sweet, short, and simple, huh, dog? Period, no cap. Let's see what this talking about here, NBC. And basically, we know it's a 1-year deal. So 1-year deal, like I say, trial run. What can he really do? Does he still have anything left in the tank? Jeff Okudah has found a new team. According to multiple reports, the former first-round cornerback has agreed to sign a 1-year deal with the Vikings. Excuse me. Minnesota had announced Okudah's free agent visit with the club on Monday. Okudah 26, only 26, only 26. That's a plus, homie. That's a plus. a true NFL vet. That's a fact. But the fact he's only 26, room for growth, room for improvement, more room for him to learn. And we've seen what Brian Flores does with players in his scheme once again, man. He works miracles, damn near. Miracles, huh? Believe that. Was the Lions' number 3 overall pick in 2020, but his career has been plagued by injuries. Big part of the game, injury, dog. So if he can stay healthy, he can contribute. I repeat, if he stays healthy, I expect him to contribute possibly at a high level. After spending 2023 with the Falcons, he signed a 1-year deal with Houston last offseason, but a quad injury limited him to appearing in just 6 games, with his snaps mostly limited to special teams. He recorded 9 total tackles with 1 pass defensed in 2024. In 44 games with 31 starts for the Lions, Falcons, and Texans, Okudah has registered 14 passes defended and 2 interceptions. And not much on the dude, man. You know, not much about the guy. Looks like more news. Vikings agreed to terms with wide receiver Tim Jones. Hopefully Tim Jones is a speedster. Don't know too much about him. Talk about that later. You hear me? But Jeff Okudah, man, good signing to me. Like I say, good signing. True NFL vet. Some may call him a journeyman. You know, stats aren't great, but like they said, he's been battling injuries. That's always a conundrum, a major conundrum in his case. But if he can stay healthy, he can be successful, especially in that Flores scheme. I got to reiterate it. You know, if Flores can take, you may say, average corners, good corners, make them very good or great. Just think what he can do with a physical specimen like Okudah, you know. Heavy, bro. I ain't saying he gonna come be an elite Pro Bowl corner, but you never know. Change of scenery, environment, etc. Coaching staff, and we know the Vikings have great coaches who are very good and detailed at their job and what they do. Sky's the limit. Matter of fact, there's no limit, man. Period, huh? So very good signing for the Vikings. Hopefully they can make some more moves, baby. Cook, Quasi, cook, huh? Cook, Quasi, cook. You hear me? Next up, Tyler Lockett. Like I said, Tyler Lockett will make a lot of sense. Let him and Naylor bang it out, compete it out. Because at the end of the day, Jalen Naylor dropped a lot of passes. Yeah, Speedy, we call him Speedy because he's fast. They say he may be the fastest guy on the team, but at the end of the day, he dropped a lot of passes, some catches that could have turned into touchdowns. He needs to improve his route running, etc., bro. I would say run blocking, but he has a lot to work on with his game. The question is, can he do it? Will he do it? How will he spend his offseason, huh? You hear me? Tyler Lockett, you know for a fact, if you sign him, he will come in, contribute, will be a successful number 3 for you. Oh, some may say he may be on a decline. Well, that's questionable. Did he look bad in Seattle? He had a pretty good year with Seattle, correct? Excuse me. And we can admit, at least coming into next season, the Vikings will have a better team than Seattle, homie. And like I say, Lockett, still a weapon, still a great athlete. You know, you pair him up with his speed and agility up with Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, dog, certain schemes and packages incorporated just for him, he can still be a problem. He can still be a weapon, homie, period. Period, man. So I'm excited about that the Vikings are interested. Like we say, they can look forward to the draft. They can try to find a number 3 in free agency. I just read they signed Tim Jones from the Jaguars, I believe. Don't know too much about him. If you know about him, fire them comments up, huh? Feedback is much appreciated. But the Vikings have options. They have a lot of options, period, homie. Especially with the signing trade for Jordan Mason. Oh, great move. Magnificent move by Quasi. You hear me, dog? No cap, bro. No, they have more leeway, more room to go to attack different positions in the draft, homie. Period. That's what it's about. Yeah, bro. Hands down, man down. Period. No cap. But Tyler Lockett at this point in the offseason makes a lot of sense, bro. Makes a lot of sense. And he shouldn't cost that much. Oh, no. He shouldn't cost the arm and the leg. Period. You know? Let's get into the article real quick, man. Report, Vikings have some interest in wide receiver Tyler Lockett. Lockett has been heavily linked with the move to the Raiders after being released by Seattle earlier this season. Let's get it, bro. Raiders back up, homie. He coming to the Vikings. You hear me? In what has been a busy free agency for the Vikings, is former Seahawks receiver Tyler Lockett the next target for Minnesota's front office? In a recent edition of SKOL North's Mackey and Judge show, okay, here we go. KSTP's Darren Wolfson stated the Vikings have some interest in Lockett. Okay, so this rumors or speculations. This the 411, the real scoop. Is it true or not? I hope it is true. The 32-year-old receiver is coming off a season in which he caught 49 passes for 600 yards and 2 touchdowns for Seattle. 32 years old, still young. We talking about football career, still young. It varies for every player. It depends on the player. And 49 passes, caught 49 passes, 600 yards. That's contributing. That's contributing, period, bro. You know, 600 yards is not a bad number. Not a bad number. So, yeah, go get Tyler Lockett if possible. He has been named to 1 Pro Bowl and 1 All-Pro team in his 10-year career. Selected in the 3rd round of the 2015 draft by Seattle, Lockett has 661 career catches for 8,594 yards and 61 touchdowns. Lockett was released following the 2024 season and has been heavily linked with the move to rejoin former Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll in Las Vegas. I remember in the moment somebody said, hey, the Vikings like him, but Pete Carroll loves him that much more. So it always seemed like he was going to Vegas bound. What? Grammar error there? So it always seemed like he was going to Vegas bound. Should have left the going out. Going to it should have just been Vegas bound, Wolfson said. You hear me? So with the grammatical errors, dog, period. The Vikings have been searching for additional receiver depth in recent days. Last week, Minnesota hosted Rondale Moore for a visit. Wish they could have got more, but news is he just visited the Bears, the scanless Bears. Now he does battle with injuries, dog. Can't deny his speed, his athletic talents, but dude stay hurt a lot, dog. Dude is very injury prone. No cap, bro. And like I always say, no matter how talented you are, a player is, guess what? If he can't play on the field, he can't be on the field, he's never available. What does it matter, huh? Moore has since visited Chicago as he searches for a new home. Earlier Tuesday, the Vikings announced the signing of former Jaguars receiver Tim Jones. And that's what it is, bro. So yes, the Vikings are in need of a wide receiver to come and battle and bang for that wide receiver number 3 position. We know what it is, dog. No need to sugarcoat it. No, we all like Jalen Naylor a lot. Excited about what he can do. Love some of the flashes he had last season, but you ask me, it definitely wasn't enough. We definitely need more from him. And if he can't produce, get him up out of there. That's the business. That's the business of the NFL, dog. Excuse me. That's the game, and that's how it shall be played. You can't contribute. What are you doing for me now? You're not doing nothing. Get off the field. May the best man be on the field. So hopefully they can make it shake and Quasi can cook again and somehow make the numbers work. Like I say, Tyler Lockett shouldn't cost that much. Shouldn't cost a pretty penny, baby. They should get him for the cheap, for the low, huh? You hear me? Let's get it, bro. The Vikings making moves. A long off season left. Win the off season. Believe that. Fire them comments up. Feedback is much appreciated. How you feel about the Jeff Okaduh signing? Would you like to see the Vikings sign Tyler Lockett? Baby, let's get it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell, huh? Support the grind, support the channel. Only takes 1 second. You hear me, baby? Big SKOL here. SKOL Vikes. We'll lose or draw forever. Yeah.